In my videos, I often talk about God, and I talk about it in a language like everyone's supposed to know what God is. It took me a long way to discover and find this God for myself. And when I'm mentioning God, I don't mean God from any certain religion, Christian, Buddhist, or Muslim. The God is just a word. I couldn't just find better word that could express all of it, the existence itself, the life itself, this higher good and energy that penetrates every single one of us, every single creature, every single piece of grass, the mountain, it's just everywhere. And I can feel its presence in my life. And it might be just mental image that I created for myself. And why not? It makes me feel good. I was an atheist for a long time. I didn't believe in anything that science would not prove, because I was an intellectual person, and now I think I'm opposite of it, because my mind, my intellect basically got me to the point where life is suffering, and I was very depressed and negative and judgmental and criticizing everything around me. So I started taking the other path, the path of heart, and that path brought me to God. I cannot explain this with words, what I mean by God. I only can feel it. Some people say God is not real. Yes, it's not real. Nothing is real. The world is not real anyway. The entire world is mental. It's just your projection. So why would you choose to live in a world without God? Why would you choose to live in a world without higher good? For me, God is, I know that everything happens for the best. I know that God always leads me to the best places, best experiences, best things for myself, for my soul, because I'm part of Him or part of it, and it's just happening itself. And for me, trusting to God, it basically goes down to the trusting to life and how it unfolds. And I know that in every single situation, in every single place, there is God. And this mental belief just helps me to cope with the reality that we have. This mental belief helps me to have this fundament inside of myself, this peace that I always can return. For me, God is home. For me, God is the place where I can always return and feel loved. It feels good to have God in your life, there is nothing else. I mean, why not? If we are creating the entire world with our mind and everything, it's just our projections. Why don't create a projection where there is God everywhere and God leading you to the best places, best experiences, best people? I don't like the world the best, but experiences and things and places that meant for you. Why don't just choose to feel the presence of God? Why don't just choose to feel this unconditional love? Only with God I can truly know what is unconditional love. Because unconditional love is basically love without conditions. When you love the things, yourself, people, and the places just the way they are, you don't want to change anything. You're just like, wow, it's so beautiful to be here. I'm loving to be here. I don't want this to be any different. I'm blessed to be here. This is what God's feeling is. Why wouldn't you choose this kind of feeling for yourself? Why would you choose suffer without God? And don't tell me you didn't choose your suffer, okay? Every single one of us choosing their suffer, their love. And the question is, what are you choosing? Are you aware of what you're choosing? because not every single one of us actually aware what he's choosing. I was choosing suffering for many years of my life, and I was digging this hole of depression for myself for a long time until I hit the bottom, and this book Power of Now came to me, and I just started practicing presence in my life. It started 7 years ago, and now I can clearly see how much my life has shifted. Not actually my life, because what is life? It's just like this picture is always changing around me. I mean, yesterday I was in a room recording the video, and now I'm here recording the video. Tomorrow I will be somewhere else. This scenery around me is always changing, but the God is not changing. The God is always there, and the general feeling about my life improved a lot. And no matter where I am, I feel good. I can confidently say this. No matter where I am, I feel good, because this feeling within me, my home is always within me. The feeling of home, love and presence and God always within me. This is the only thing that makes sense for me in life. There is literally nothing else left. I mean, if you watched my other videos, I deny the entire world, the labels and the things and the ego, and there is literally nothing else left in my life but God. And even God is just a word. And I need this word until I project this world with my mind, because I communicate with words. But when I will communicate without words, I will not need even the word God itself. It will just disappear and blend with everything. There is also one interesting thing about God. I never, when there is me in the room, when there is image about myself, when there is my ego in the room, when it's present, there is no God. It's like God is only possible when me is not here. When I am just everything and everywhere at the very same moment, same second, and when I'm loving everything and everyone, and there is no me in this state of God. There is no me there. That's why I talk so much about ego and how I'm working with it and how I observe it. Oh God, I love life. I love life. Oh my God. I also believe in God because I feel I need to say thank you to someone. I mean, what is this? What is this? Who is created this? This is paradise, this is heaven. Who I should thank. And I thank God, because who else I can thank? And I'm just saying, God, you are sicko. How did you create this? This is so beautiful. Just blowing my mind. My small human mind is not able to create something like this. You know? I need to thank someone for all this beauty, for all these creatures, for just for the life itself. It amazes me always, every day. Who I should give credit? I give it to God, because who else, you know? My point is just, life is so much better with God than without Him. I believe in God simply because it makes me feel better. And that's what I'm constantly trying to do here. I'm trying to find the ways to make me feel better on a fundamental level. Not on the ego level, just chasing my desires and experiences, but on the fundamental level inside. I try to always make it feel better. And when I believe in God, somehow it just feels good. That's it. So that's why I choose to believe in it. Even as I said earlier, I don't belong to any religion. And to me, all religions speak about the same thing, but just from a different perspective, different languages, different metaphors, different names. But in the end it's just like all the same. It's all the same. So it doesn't make sense for me much to read all these religious books, because there is no point to understand them with your mind. You gotta feel the life itself, and that's where the God is. I love you. I love you so much. You're beautiful human beings. Thank you so much for being here on my channel. I appreciate every single one of you. You are beautiful souls. I love you. And there is something else I wanted to share. I finally opened a Patreon page, and I welcome all of you there. I uploaded a playlist there when the God universe wants to speak to you, and I collected there all of the songs that I remember communicated with me when I felt lost or confused in life. And something about these songs, I don't know, lyrics or music, was just giving me the answers. And I hoped you will love this playlist. And yeah, that's the news.